Well, we got two more topics.
Yeah.
One is football.
Yeah.
We were, as always, I don't want to talk about this for too long because it just annoys
Me either,
people.
because Forest have lost their first two games on the bounce.
Ooh.
We're now in the relegation zone.
Okay. Well, Leeds beat Fulham.
Yes, in an absolute corker of a game.
Bro, we played two
Goals
games
galore.
and there's been 14 goals.
Flipping out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mental. And one being against Liverpool, which is fair play.
But we are 4-1 up against Fulham.
Yeah.
And then, like, again, we've almost thrown that.
Yeah, a little bit of a bottle, half a bottle of water.
Yeah, it's not great. But
That was a must win for you guys.
it
though.
really
Must
was
win.
against
Because-
Fulham.
Yeah, a newly promoted team like yourself. Like, oh yeah, you went to Liverpool, or you played Liverpool, showed them a good game, but then like, okay, Fulham, you should be beating them if you want to like do well in the
And
league.
they just lost to Arsenal as well. It's like both teams have just played a big team, and then
Yeah, lots of
whoever
prove.
this could literally set the season in motion in terms of that
Yeah.
game could have set. Fulham are going to be the ones that struggle. We aren't potentially.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we
true.
aren't, but that could be how the season goes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, you
in,
put
in,
Fulham
in
at the bottom of
Forest,
the league.
I did. Yeah, come on, let's go.
I put them 15th. So
Wow, heavy from you.
yeah, it's not great. I'm going to look at the league now. Obviously, some teams have only
Sure.
played. City and Villa have only played one.
Once you start losing at the start, it's hard to claw it back in it.
It really is.
How you start, start as you intend to finish. Is that what a lot of people say?
What? Start
I don't know. I don't know.
start as
I
you.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Well,
I fucked up.
so I put Leicester as 5th. You put Leicester
Yeah.
as 7th. And I felt like we
Yep.
got a lot of hate for putting them so high.
Really?
Yeah. And they're now first.
Oh.
Right now, they're first.
Hey.
Everton, admittedly, I did put 12th.
They're doing well.
You put 9th. They are second.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, Arsenal, we both, 5th and 6th. They're third. Like they're looking good.
I think, yeah,
They're
they're
looking
looking
good.
really good. I did say that, to be fair. I was like, Arsenal look good. I just don't know if they'll over the season be able to match like the top teams.
You put Palace as 10th. I put them as 16th. They've won both games so far.
Flipping out.
But who have they played? They beat Man United
Oh no, they did well, convincingly, really.
and then Southampton, which I don't count because Southampton suck.
Hey, yo, all those United fans watching right now, cry louder, man, cry louder.
I mean, it's only been 2 games. I don't think we can really judge how our
Nah.
guesses is going.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I put Sheffield United 9th, you put them 11th. They have lost both games. That's not good for us.
That's not good.
But at the same time, I don't think Man United are going to struggle with relegation. And they're
No.
15th. They've got a game in hand as well. It's hard.
Yeah,
Isn't
they
it?
didn't
I
play.
think
Yeah,
West Ham, Fulham,
sure.
Southampton, West Brom are 4 teams that are going to fight.
Yeah.
And I put 3 of them in the bottom 4. You put 3 of them in the bottom
Where
4.
did
You
I
put
put Southampton? I think Southampton.
15th. I put them 17th.
Okay, yeah. I've got a couple of players of theirs in my fantasy team, so I'm actually like now hoping they do really well.
Well, Tottenham. Where did you put Tottenham?
Tottenham banged it, man.
What do you mean? They lost their first game.
No, but they what was the last game? They battered.
5-2
I mean-
against Burnley.
Yeah, Son scored 4 goals.
Yeah. I felt like Kane went under the radar. I don't know. I didn't actually watch the game, but I've seen the highlights and everything. And
He got an assist in every.
he got
yeah,
an assist in every single one and scored the other.
yeah, 4 assists and a goal. That's mental.
Like, I felt like when I was watching the replays, everyone was like, "Oh, son with 4
Yeah,
goals."
yeah.
No one mentioned him, and I was like,
Yeah, I mean, you do
Come on.
always get more plaudits if you score, but
"You do."
I think
but
yeah,
if you watch the passes, Kane literally
yeah,
gives him a one-on-one chance 4 times.
every time, yeah. Kane's a beast, man. Someone in my fantasy team, my fantasy league, triple captain Kane. Like, oh,
Mad.
mental. I mean, he did well, good
Yeah.
call, but still.
I mean, could have done it with Son, to be fair.
I know, yeah, could have chosen.
But yeah, I mean, this is it's too early. Too early to.
It's too early to look at how, yeah, but it's nice to see where we're at.
I'm just happy to
Any
see
dark
Leeds
horses?
actually doing something.
Yeah, I mean, even in terms of me, obviously in the championship, I don't think Forest will have a bad season, but it's hard when you lose your first 2 games to get away from that,
Yeah.
especially considering like we were already spotted in it. I think the issue for us is that the league started so soon. We've not refreshed yet.
Yeah, Feel that. Well, tonight there is, or last night, if you're listening to it on a Wednesday, is the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
But Leyton Orient and Tottenham, the game has been postponed.
Oh, due to
a thorough review of Leyton Orient's COVID-19 procedures. Yeah.
Right.
Basically, I think a bunch of people at Leyton Orient have tested positive, and they've had to clean the stadium or something. Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see how football manages to adapt to the new, adapt to the new COVID second wave, because cases are going up, etc. There are new regulations. They said that they were going to have fans, like 1,000 fans in. They've now gone back on that and said we can't do that anymore.
Well, yeah. So I don't know what's happening in terms of that game. I don't know if the Spurs just go through.
I'm sure they have to replay it. I think.
Well, I don't know how long can Leyton Orient.
I guess
because Leyton Orient now, if everyone's tested positive, they can't play games for the next 2 weeks, can they? 10 days, 2 weeks?
I don't know how it works. I know someone else got, quite a few Premier League players or Premier League clubs have said that some players have been testing positive. So I think if what's going to happen, it's going to continue, and there'll be certain teams with seven games in hand.
Yeah, 100%. But what if what if they've decided that if the season ends because of COVID, it just ends? Because last year there was the whole thing of they're gonna just call the season, and Liverpool won the league, and they're gonna finish the season, stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. They must have had to decide beforehand what happens.
True, yeah, because obviously last year the whole thing was we can't say no to Liverpool now because it's unfair. We've come so far. If they do have something pre-planned, if it does happen, we do this procedure,
then it's fair. But what if Leyton Orient, for example, have 7 games in hand? They're bottom of the league, but by 1 point, but 7 games in hand. Then they end the season. They're like, well, sorry. Sorry, lads.
Shouldn't have got COVID, mate.
Yeah. Well, also, I've seen plans for fans to return in October have been called off.
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be the way, right? The plans to bring people back in started happening before this second wave, or before cases started to increase. Those plans started happening when everything started to dip. So it's only natural that once it starts, coming back, they're gonna have to, unfortunately, as sad as it is, pull the trigger on that. And not pull the trigger on that.
I mean, it makes sense realistically. I personally, as much as I'd love to go to football games, I don't see the point in risking that.
Yeah, I've got a season ticket for Forest. If they said to me now, you can come, I probably wouldn't go for a while until I knew it was all clear.
Well, yeah, I just don't see. Admittedly, I understand that is financially devastating for so many clubs.
Oh yeah. I still pay for my season ticket.
I understand that is genuinely huge for so many lower league clubs, especially that are going to struggle. But
yeah,
surely, I don't know. I don't know the logistics behind all the money and stuff, but is it worth the risk just so people can watch football in person? Yeah,
you got to remember. I think it's still a lot of people don't get this. It is literally life and death. This is the deadly. It's a deadly pandemic, right? It's not just people are being precautious because they don't want people to die and lose their life. And football is great and all, but if bringing 1,000 fans into a football stadium can lead to more deaths, then it's just not worth it.
Yeah, so Tranmere, the vice chairman of Tranmere, has or chairwoman, I don't actually know. They have said there's a very high chance the majority of lower league clubs will fold.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Which is ridiculous, but not as in that's terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd rather teams fold than people die.
Yeah. And I mean, hopefully, if you're watching this right now and you are a say you're a fan of one of these smaller clubs, if you can still like buy tickets or like donate to support, then I do recommend doing it. Even though you can't go to the games and you're not actually maybe benefiting from it, it's like still try and support. Like same with Forest. Obviously, Forest are a much bigger club, especially when you compare to the the lower leagues. Like I'm sure Forest are completely safe. They'll lose money, but they'll be okay. I'm still gonna keep my season ticket for Forest just to support my club. So if you can do that, then I'd obviously recommend it. I'm sure you are anyway, but
yeah. And while we're speaking on football, before we move on, well done to hashtag.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah,
so hashtag United beat Soham Town Rangers 4-2 on penalties in the FA Cup qualifying first round tie. So
that's so big,
I don't know how many rounds there are is the thing. How many?
I don't either.
Well, actually, isn't that's first round? So don't the top clubs come in at third round?
No, I think it's I know that Forest always usually start on the fourth round, maybe. So I know that Premier League clubs do come in quite late. I think.
Is it not?
But I know Championship clubs and League One.
When do Premier League clubs enter FA Cup? Enter the FA Cup. I'm confused. Is it fourth?
I feel like I've never seen.
Here we go.
United.
It says first round proper. This is when the fully professional clubs from the Football League begin to enter the fray. Oh wait, that's first round proper. So is this first round qualifying?
Yeah, probably. I think it's still.
Yeah, so that's first round qualifying. So that's 74 clubs enter. 117 games. Winners receiving £2.2 thousand. To be fair,
big.
Then there's a second round qualifying, third round qualifying. Fourth round qualifying.
Oh dear.
And then you move into first round proper, second round proper, third round proper, which is where 24 teams from the Football League Championship plus the 20 members of the Premier League.
Oh,
so third round is when all of the Premiership and Championship teams come in.
Yeah, fair enough.
So well done to hashtag. Hopefully 1, 2,
a long way
3,
to go, but
4, 5 more games. And then you'll play against Man City.
I mean, they've done the hard part. They've first of all got on TV on BBC. They've not only got on there, they've won, they've qualified. Because I know they were struggling, right? They were 1-0 down to the 84th minute.
Yeah.
Equalised, went on to penalties. We were playing Among Us at that time, so I didn't see it, but I know that the chat was popping off and people were saying things. And then I know someone put at one point, oh no. So I was thinking, they've lost on pens, but then nope, brought it back.
Well, Jesse Waller scored the goal to equalise and the winning penalty. So,
jeez, man,
yeah, that's sick. That is really sick.
Yeah, shout out to them. I hope they can, go. I think it's great to see. Hopefully they do amazing things in football. It's nice to see a club like that doing things like this.
Yeah, and that would be really, really sick if they managed to get all the way to play even a championship team. That would be so sick.
Yeah. How many times have you in life thought, how sick would it be to have a football club? And they've done that,
Yeah. Yeah, true.
They've actually gone and done it,